Hi everyone, it's Wednesday. It's time for News 2 Gives Back. I'm meteorologist Marcus Bagwell. News 2 Gives Back is in partnership with Twice Daily and lunch provided by Rippy's. Well, we are in Antioch at the brand new facility for the Metro Nashville Police Department, and we are so excited. This just opened up about a month ago on November the 7th, and we want to talk more about this precinct and what it means for the Antioch community. I have Commander Carlos Lara here with me. Commander Lara, thank you so much for your time and congratulations on being the commander here of the precinct. Tell us about how long this was in the process and what it means to now have this facility open.
Well, thank you all so much very much for being here and for the food and just all the support. So we've been getting prepared for this for several years now. I know that the groundbreaking we had in 2023, and so it's been at least about 2.5 years before it's been opened up since the groundbreaking. It is a huge, huge blessing for this area. I know that we've really looked at all the needs of the Antioch area, and I think that this facility and all the officers here are ready to try to serve and meet those needs when it comes to answering calls for service, looking at things like traffic and issues that this area has historically had. And so we're super excited to be here and excited to get rolling.
This is in a famous spot. The old Kmart used to be here. I remember that as a kid. I worked just right down the road near the Taco Bell at Sylvan Learning Center a long time ago when I was in high school. So this area is very familiar to me, but it's good for you all to be in a centralized location. Tell us about the area that you are going to cover here with the Southeast Precinct, because you have a little bit now of what Hermitage used to have, some of what South has and what Midtown had as well. But now this is you all, and you cover to the Williamson and Rutherford County lines.
Yes. So we're covering about 72.5 miles, square miles. We're going from Union Antioch near Nashville Village, one direction towards Percy Priest, the other direction towards Nolensville Road, and then everything south of that going towards Williamson County and Rutherford County lines. So we're covering quite a bit of land. We got the Percy Priest Dam and the water out there, and then from there we also have the areas that are border Rutherford County and Williamson County. So we've got about 130,000 people that we're serving.
What was some of the initiatives to go into building this precinct, and what are some of your goals here to help reduce, of course, crime issues and whatnot, driving, speeding issues here in Antioch? What are some of your plans here? And I'm sure that had to stem from some past incidents.
Absolutely. So one of the things I've done, for the last definitely 4 to 5 months while I was preparing for it to open up was going to a lot of community meetings, working with a lot of the community, the council members, and listening to what the issues were. And a lot of the major issues had to do with traffic. You're talking about street racing, aggressive driving, people not, taking street takeovers, things like that. We also had issues that came up during, aggressive panhandling and people, walking in the middle of the roads. And then you got things like, it's this time of the year, you have a lot of shoplifting, things like that. So we started to try to put together a plan of how can we combat all of these issues without, dealing with these issues without, feeling like the community is being harassed or anything like that. And so we're coming up with plans such as overtime initiatives, crime reduction initiatives, which is we have specific officers working on overtime capacity, making sure that they go to certain areas that need a little bit more attention. We're doing some different types of investigations there. We're doing some type of enforcement. We're looking at working with some of the other divisions and units in the department. We also dealing with some of the other departments in the Metro government. We work with TDOT, we work with Officer of Homeless Services, with our council members. So we are trying to look at different ways to combat these issues collaboratively. It's not all a police issue. So I think some people think that because we're open, everything's going to go away. These are issues and that we have to tackle together as a community. And I think the community has done a phenomenal job giving us the information we need. We are working with other departments and other divisions to try to come up with a good strategic plan to combat these issues.
Finally, this community it's a great community.
Absolutely.
This is a wonderful community. What do you enjoy most about being out here in the Southeast area and in Antioch?
Man, I've worked the majority of my career out here, out of South Nashville. I love it out here. It's very diverse. You've got some amazing people out here. And I just enjoy connecting with people. I've built a lot of really cool relationships over the years when I was in the Office of Community Outreach, as well as working in South Precinct for some years. And so getting to reconnect with a lot of the folks that I hadn't talked to in a while, some of the Kurdish community, the Ethiopian community, the Somali community we have, the Latino community as always. I've always had a great relationship with them, and really being able to be out here and just being out with the people. I enjoy that. I'm not a person who likes to sit in the office all day, and so being out there and connecting and communicating is something that I really, really love. So.
Wow, that's great. Commander Lara, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations. This is so great. We're thankful to bring them lunch for today.
Yes,
You'll be able to drive by, see it here on Murfreesboro Road. It is a great spot, and of course you'll see him and his officers out on the streets. This is all provided by Twice Daily in partnership with them, and lunch provided by Rippy's. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.